Hello बच्चों, गुड मॉर्निंग. टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट अ न्यू लेसन ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट written by Susan Hill. Before you read, this is a play featuring an old man and a small boy meeting in the farmer's garden. The old man strikes up a friendship with the boy who is very withdrawn and defiant. What is the bond that unites the two? Yes, in this story there are two characters. One is an old man and second character is a small boy. A small boy actually meets the old man in the old man's garden, and although both were just opposite, but they both develops a kind of friendship. Scene 1. Mr. Lamb's garden. There is the occasional sound of bird song and of tree leaves rustling. So in the garden there are two types of sound: bird song and leaves rustling. Terry is footsteps. Who is Terry? Terry is a small boy or 13 or 14-year old boy are heard as he walks slowly and tentatively through the long grass. He pauses, then walks on again. He comes round a screen of bushes so that when Mr. Lamb speaks to him, he is close at hand and Derry is startled. Startled means surprised. So stealthily means without knowing, Derry was entering into the garden. He was thinking probably no one will know this, but suddenly Mr. Lamb comes before him and he is startled because he is surprised because he was not expecting anyone before him. Mr. Lamb says, "Mind the apples." Mr. Lamb says, "Don't startled, don't be surprised, mind the apples. Just think about apples. You have come here to steal the apples. Go and steal the apple. Don't mind me." Derry, what? Who is that? Who is there? Mr. Lamb said, "Lamb's my name. Mind the apples. Crab apples those are. Wind falls in the long grass. You could trip." Derry says, I thought this was an empty place. I didn't know there was anybody here." So now Derry was caught red-handed. Although Mr. Lamb, owner of that garden, he was saying that mind the apples, don't mind me. If you have come here to steal apples, go and steal apples, don't mind me. But Derry says that I thought this place was empty, that's why I had entered. Mr. Lamb, that's all right. I am here. What are you afraid of? Why, that's all right, Derry. I thought it was empty, an empty house. Mr. Lamb, so it is. Since I am out here in the garden, it is empty. Boy says, I thought this house was empty. No one was inside. Mr. Lamb says, yes, this house is empty because I am out of the house. I am in the garden, so there is no one in the house. This house is empty. Until I go back inside, when I will go inside of that house will be filled by someone. But at this time, this house is empty. In the meantime, I am out here and likely to stop. A day like this, beautiful day, not a day to be indoors. This is so beautiful day, and on such a day, you should not remain indoor, you must come outside. Derry panic. I have got to go. Derry says, okay, I am going. Mr. Lamb, not on my account. I don't mind who comes into the garden. The gate is always open. Only you climb the garden wall. Mr. Lamb says, I never mind who enters in my garden. I never mind. Gate is always open. Only you climb the garden wall. You need not to climb the garden wall, but you have climbed the wall, then sneaked into my garden. That is not a good way, because gate is open, you must enter from the main gate. Dairy, angry, you were watching me. Mr. Lamb, I saw you, but the gate is open, all welcome. You are welcome. I sit here, I like sitting. Mr. Lamb said, yes, I saw you when you were climbing the wall and you entered in my garden. But actually, that is good. But there is no need to climb the wall. The gate is open, you may enter from the gate. You are welcome, everyone is welcome here. I sit here. I like sitting, but I don't mind you coming in my garden. Dairy says, I did not come to steal anything. No, the young lads steal. Scrum the apples, you are not so young. Mr. Lamb says, actually, young lad, this is the habit of young boys to steal apples. So there is nothing wrong in it. And you are not so young. Dairy, I just wanted to come into the garden. Dairy says, I only wanted to come into the garden. I did not want to steal anything. Mr. Lamb says, so you did. You wanted to come in the garden, you have come. Here we are. Then, Dairy, you don't know who I am. Dairy says, you are not knowing who I am. You are talking to me like you are my familiar. Mr. Lamb, a boy 13 or so. I think you are a boy. Your age must be nearby 13 years. 14. Dairy says 14. But I have got to go. But now I am going. Goodbye. Mr. Lamb says, nothing to be afraid of. Don't be afraid of anything. Just a garden. This is just a garden. And just me. And I am here and there is no one else. Dairy, but I am not. I am not. People are afraid of me. Dairy says, I am not. I am not afraid. Actually, people are afraid of me. I am not afraid of anything. People become afraid of me. Mr. Lamb, why should that be? Why people become afraid of you? Dairy says, everyone is. Everyone become afraid. It does not matter who they are or what they say or how they look, how they pretend. I know, I can see. I know, I can see. Although they pretend that they are not afraid of me, but from their facial expression, I know that they are afraid of me. Mr. Lamb says, see what? What they see in you. Dairy, what they think. Mr. Lamb, what do they think then? Here Dairy says that he can see what people think. So Mr. Lamb asks, what you see? Dairy says, I see what they think. They means people, what they think. What they think in their mind, I can see. So Mr. Lamb asks, what do they think? Dairy says, you think here is a boy, you look at me and then you see my face and you think that's bad, that is a terrible thing. Just like you're thinking. You what are you thinking? You are thinking about me that here is a boy who is deformed, who is a terrible thing, the ugliest thing ever saw. You think, poor boy. You think all those things. I can see all those things from your facial expression. But I am not poor. Underneath, you are afraid. Anybody would be. I am. So here, Dairy says that you are afraid because you are thinking about me. You are thinking that I am ugliest thing. That's why I can see your mind. You are afraid of me. When I look in the mirror and see it, I am afraid of me. Yes, everyone becomes afraid of me. Even I also, when I saw myself in the mirror, I also become afraid of me. Mr. Lamb, no, not the whole of you, not of you. Dairy, yes. Mr. Lamb, later on when it is a bit cooler, I will get the ladder and I stick and pull down those crab apples. They are ripe for it. I make jelly. It's a good time of year, September. Look at them, orange and golden. That's magic fruit, I often say. But it's best picked and made into jelly You could give me a hand. So here Mr. Lamb says that wait, and after some time I will use ladder and stick, and I will pick those crab apples. Then I will make jelly. Here you can give me a hand, means you can support me, you can help me, you can assist me doing this thing. Derry, what have you changed the subject for? Why have you changed the subject? I was saying that people are afraid of me, you are afraid of me, and you have changed the subject. People always do that. Everyone do that. Why don't you ask me? Why do you do that? They all do and pretend. It is not true. It is not there. In case I see you are looking and mind and get upset, I will tell. You don't ask me because you are afraid to. You have changed the topic. You are not talking to me about that topic. You have suddenly started talking about jelly and crab apples. This shows that you are afraid of me, afraid of my face. Mr. Lamb, you want me to ask? Say so then. Derry. Mr. Lamb says, okay, you want that I should ask you about your face. Okay, so tell me about your face. What has happened to your face? Derry says, I don't like being with people, any people. Derry says, I don't like company of people. I want to remain alone. Mr. Lamb, I should say to look at it. I should say you got burned in a fire. Okay, if I say I think from fire you got burned. Derry, not in a fire. I got acid all down that side of my face and it burned it all away. It ate my face up. It ate me up. Now it's like this and it won't ever be any different. So Derry says, no, it is not fire, it is actually acid. Acid has burnt my face, half face. Acid has eaten me and it will remain now forever. It is not going to be cured. Mr. Lamb, no. Derry, are not you interested? Mr. Lamb, you are a boy who came into the garden. Plenty do. Many boys enter in my garden. You are also a boy, you have entered my garden. I am interested in anybody. So I am interested in anybody, not only you. All the young boys who enter in my garden, I wanted to know about them. Anything. There is nothing God made that does not interest me. Actually, I take interest in everything God has made. Means not only human beings, but nature also. Look over here. Or beside, as for wall, what can you see? Derry, rubbish. Rubbish? Look, boy, look, what do you see? Derry, just grass and stuff, weeds. Derry says, I see grass and stuff and weeds, nothing else. Mr. Lamb, some call them weeds. Yes, some call them weeds. Weeds means unwanted grass. If you like, then a weed garden, and that there is fruit, there are flowers and trees and herbs, all sorts. But over there, weeds. I grow weeds there. Why is one green growing plant called a weed and another flower? Where is the difference? It's all life, growing same as you and me. But Mr. Lamb is a kind of philosopher. He says there is no difference between weed, fruit and flowers and trees and herbs. Actually all are growing naturally. Where is the difference? Just like I and you, although both are different, but there is no difference. We both have taken birth in the same way, and we both are growing here on this earth in the same way. Weed, flowers, trees, herbs, fruit, they are also growing on this garden in a similar manner. Derry says we are not the same. Mr. Lamb, I am old, you are young. You have got a burnt face, I have got a thin leg, not important. You are standing there, I am sitting here. Where is the difference? Mr. Lamb says, what kind of difference you are talking about? This difference that I am old, you are young. You have burnt face, I have a tin leg. These things are not important. You are standing, I am sitting. Is this important thing? Actually, there is no difference. There is no difference. Where is the difference? Derry, why have you got a tin leg? Now Derry asked for the first time, how you have got a tin leg? Actually, Derry is asking about his tin leg, because tin leg means a leg made of tin, because Mr. Lamb has not his original leg, that's why he has tin leg. So when Derry asked, why have you got a tin leg, Mr. Lamb said, real one got blown up years back. Lammy lamb, some kids say me, lammy lamb. Have not you heard them? You will lammy lamb, it fits, does not trouble me. Yes, kids came here, used to come here, and they always say lammy lamb to me. It fits and it does not trouble me, Derry. But you can put on trousers and cover it up and no one sees. They don't have to notice and stare. Derry says very easily you can cover it, you can hide your leg. Just put on trouser and cover it. Nobody will see, nobody will notice, and nobody will stare it. Mr. Lamb, but some do, some don't. They get tired of it in the end. There is plenty of other things to stare at. Mr. Lamb says, it does not matter. People come, they stare at this. But after some time they become habitual. And they do not notice my tin leg, because there are so many beautiful things in the garden to see. So that's why they do not see my tin leg. Derry, like my face? Mr. Lamb, like crab apples, or the weeds, or a spider climbing up a silken ladder, or my tall sunflowers. Derry thinks. Mr. Lamb says it's all relative. Beauty and the Beast. It's all relative, just like you have read the story of Beauty and the Beast. Weeds, sunflowers and human beings all are relative. Okay बच्चे, thank you.